Okay, greetings and salutations. Today we're going to do something very, very simple, but a deep tradition in the biker community. And that is something centered around, well, they're called guardian bells, gremlin bells, rider bells. So today we're going to talk about what are they, and what do you do with them? On today's Graybeard Biker. So I've been in the biker community for a long time, and I've had many a gremlin bell over the years. The one that I got when I got my first Harley is actually on my keychain, because I didn't put it on the bike anywhere. I kept it on my keychain so that it was still always with me, but it was on the keychain. This one I just got from my daughter, and I've decided to put it on the bike. So before I do that, let's tell you about what this is. And there's some rules involved. This is what the Guardian Bell looks like. There's lots of different kinds. It's just a little bell that dings. You can get any number of designs on them. This one says Dad because it came from my daughter. And then this is a little thing that you use to mount it with. Some of them don't have this. They just have this. Some people zip tie them on. There's any number of ways to put them on. But the rule is you're not allowed to buy one of these for yourself. That's just always been part of the tradition. If you buy one for yourself, you're obviously a rookie that's never done this before. So you're not allowed to buy one for yourself. So what you do is, if you know somebody that's got a new bike or that's brand new to the community, you buy them one and you gift it to them. The idea here is that these protect your bike while you're riding. They ring like this and scare all the gremlins and goblins and road demons away from you. That's the tradition. Obviously not superstitious, but that's what the tradition comes from. So that's the idea. Is it's supposed to keep Murphy at bay. Maybe I should have had one on here for a long time. Anyway, most of them actually come with a little story inside of the little bags. Let's see. Yep, this one does too. Let's see. It is intended to ward off evil spirits or rogue gremlins. Legend has it that the ringing of the bells drives the evil road spirits and road gremlins insane. Therefore, they lose their grip on your motorcycle and eventually fall onto the roadway. Protect yourself or a loved one with our bells. They're trying to sell their bells. Now, you're not supposed to buy one for yourself. These people are trying to sell you something, but yeah, you're not supposed to buy one for yourself. So what we're going to do today is just, I'll show you where it goes on the bike. You can put it anywhere. There's no real rules, but there are some common places, and that's what I'm going to walk you through. Now, the biggest issue that we're going to have with doing this is it's on the other side of the bike, closer to the wall. So I'm going to try to get you in where you can see on that level. I'm also going to raise it up, so let's go. All right, now I've got this little Dumafletchy that I'm going to try to use. And as you look down here, there's this bolt right here, which is part of your foot peg. This right here is what most people use. Now you can put it anywhere, but this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to loosen this up, take it out, and then this in between there and put it back. Now this is my LED light. It'll be up out of the way right now. It's in the way.
All right, so while I am going through and doing the install, I thought I would tell you the real story behind the Gremlin bell, or spirit bell, or guardian bell, whatever it is that you want to call it. Because it does have a rich history that has changed over time. Now, the modern myth, the one that most writers tell, goes something like this. A lone biker traveling down a dark desert highway gets ambushed by invisible motorcycle road criminals. These little evil bastards who live in potholes and sabotage clutches and try to send bikers to an early grave. Well, this lone biker crashes and he is stranded. But just before things go sideways, a mysterious stranger appears out of the darkness and gives him a small bell. This will keep the gremlins away. And the rider attaches it to his bike, and from then on, no more problems. Now, this story is used to kind of justify the rule that you should never buy your own bell, that it has to be gifted to you for it to work. Nice story. Problem is, it's completely made up. And it's not really plausible. If the guy crashes and he's stranded, no one can come up to him and give him a bell to install on his bike. So the real roots behind the Gremlin bell is actually not a biker story at all. It goes back to World War II. Now, you can picture it this way. You're a 20-year-old Army Air Corps crewman flying missions over Nazi Germany in your B-17, B-24, whatever. These missions could last 8 to 12 hours in freezing cold with a constant engine drone in your ears, adrenaline crashes, and the ever-present risk of dying, midair. To stay alert, crews were issued amphetamines, pills that were nicknamed Go Pills. That's right, the government gave us speed. And as we now know, extended use of these drugs give you chronic sleep deprivation, which leads to some very strange things. Hallucinations. Not in-your-face hallucinations necessarily, but shadows moving in the periphery of your vision. Little shapes dancing on the wings. Sounds in the fuselage that really weren't there. Guys called these gremlins.
Gremlins.
Now, the British Royal Air Force pilots used this term gremlin as it came from the Old English word gremania, which means to vex. Now, some flight crews hung bells from their instrument panels, dinner bells, cowbells, service bells, whatever they had, in order to stay grounded. Literally, to not fly high as a kite, to maintain their sanity through everything. The jingling sound would cut through the mental fog that they were in and snap them back into reality. And then, when those airmen came home, many of them found that civilian life was, boring. They bought surplus Jeeps, Harleys, and Indians. They hit the road looking for brotherhood, adrenaline, and meaning. Now, those guys became the first generation of bikers as we know it today. And with them, they brought stories. Stories about camaraderie, machines, gremlins, and they brought home their bells. Riding long hours through the night, often still hopped up on similar stimulants to what they were used, or maybe just from plain exhaustion, these guys were experiencing these same visual glitches. Shadows in the trees, shapes darting past their headlight. They called them what they had always called them, gremlins. So they brought back the ritual that they were used to, a small bell, low on their bike, and maybe scare off the hallucinations, or at least keep you awake. Now, over the many decades since then, the legend grew. By the 70s and 80s, aftermarket companies started cashing in and sold gremlin bells, repackaged the story with mystery and mysticism, and added rules to them to make them more sacred. There are technically 6 rules to the Gremlin bell. 1, you can't buy your own. It has to be gifted. Number 2, the person who gives it to you must install it. Number 3, never leave your bell behind. Take it with you when you sell your bike. Don't just leave it on the bike. Number 4, mount it low where the gremlins could grab onto your bike. Number 5, never steal a bell from someone else because it's bad luck for you and for them. And then number 6 was to keep it clean. Like any talisman, the more you maintain it, the more quote-unquote charged it is. Of course, a lot of that is just clever marketing. But we like the tradition, the ritual, the symbolism behind it.
So this gearing is garbage.
And if that little bell makes you feel safe, seen, or connected to your riding family, well, that's going to be real enough. So the Gremlin bell, spirit bell, it's not really about magic as much as it is memory. It's about the guys who flew into hell and back, brought pieces of that sky home with them. It's about staying awake when your body gives out. And it's about brotherhood. Because whether you believe in gremlins or not, the real power is in the gift. It's in saying, I want you to make it home safe. Through a little fun story.
And that's it. So now, whenever you go riding down, you can hear that thing doing its thing, and then you'll know that you're scaring away road gremlins. And that is all there is to today's episode. So if you have one of these on your bike and you enjoy the gremlin warding tradition, put a comment down below. Let us know how you protect yourself against Murphy. And of course, YouTube stuff, like and subscribe, all of that. And we'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay free. Keep it shiny side up.